I knew that this is going to happen. I know that this is going to happen. This person will going to behave just like this. मुझे पता था ये होने वाला है. How many times you have also said this sentence that yes, I knew that this is going to happen. If single time when, stay with me and I will let you know why. So, as I have said, I knew that this is going to happen. What I am doing, I was assuming a result already in my head. Now you will say how. So, whether you believe it or not, the law of assumption, just like the law of gravity, is already working. There is a kid who is in school who know about law of gravity. He throw a ball up and it will automatically come down because he is aware that law of gravity is working. Whatever he will throw up, it will automatically come down. He know that law of gravity is working. Same way, a kid who is illiterate or a person who is illiterate who does not know about the law of gravity, even for him, he will throw a ball up and it will come down. But he is not aware that there is something called law of gravity. For him, it is like whatever he will throw up, it will come down. He is not aware. Same way, the law of assumption, whether you are aware of it or not, is already working. So, what is happening? Now, imagine a scenario, just be with me and imagine this scenario, that sometime you have assumed that, okay, you are facing a problem and you need some help. And now in your head you weaved a story, okay, who can help me in this scenario? You call that person assuming that you are going to get some help or some solution out of it. You automatically call that person and the other person give you that some help or some solution or something around it. And as per your assumption, it was correct because you assumed that you will be going to get solution. You received the solution and that's it. Law of assumption worked in your favor. Now imagine a different scenario that you assume if you call this person and ask for this help or whatever blunder that happened, this person is not going to help you, even the person is going to scold you. Maybe it could be your father or anyone else. I am not going there. Just assume that this happened. Okay. Now with that assumption and in your head you are listening to that angry version of that person or the person is saying no to you. And as per your assumption, exactly that happened. That person scolded you or said no to you. Now what happened? The law of assumption, because you have assumed that this person is not going to help me or scold me, that happened and become your 3D reality. That is what is happening. But you will say, okay, this is as per my experience. No, this is as per your assumption and the story that you have weaved in your head already. So then only it will become your 3D reality. That's it. Nothing more than that. When law of attraction and manifestation is working, same way the law of assumption is already working. Now I'll tell you one more story and be with me. There was a person who has to cross a desert. He was going from one country to the other country and in between there was a huge desert and he has to cross that desert. He was on a horse and he has some, food and water. Those were enough for his journey, but just after 2 days, his drinking water got finished. And then he was very thirsty. He wanted to drink some water, but he was not able to even see any person, any human around because it was completely a desert area. No home, no house, no heart, no person, no animal, nothing. So he took some rest, and while he was taking some rest, he assumed that maybe that person is a good person, or maybe that person, whoever I'll meet, he's a thief. He will even take away all the belongings from me. And then he continued his journey. And after 2 3 hours, he again took some rest and then weaved a story in his head. Maybe this time I will find a hut, and what will happen if they are not good humans? They, I will meet thief. That will be the house of thief. What I will do? Then again he continued the journey. And then again, when he rested for again 1 or 2 hours, he continued his assumption that, okay, if they are thief, what I will do? Then I will say that I'm not a thief. I don't need your water or food. I'm going. I don't need you. I don't need your help. Okay. In his head, his story is already weaving. He continued his journey, and after a while, he saw a hut. And while he was going downstairs towards the hut, the story is in his head was again the same, on the same assumption that they are going to say that I am a thief and they will take away all the things and will not going to help me. So, and what he will do, in anger he will say, I am not a thief, I don't need your food, I don't need your water, I am going away. So while going downstairs, and then as soon as he knocked the door and the other person in the hut opens the door, in the meantime he was so under his assumption, and in that story, rather than asking for the help, he said, I don't need your water, I don't need your food, I am going. I am not a thief, I am going. I don't need any help. So what happened? As per his assumption, he has created his reality. Same way, when you need some help, when you are going to ask for some help, going for the interview, you are going for a relationship or anything, you're already weaving a story in your head as per your assumption. And nowadays it's very common, you saw a post or a video or a reel on social media, a happy post, and you assume that everything is going very happy go lucky in this person's life, nothing is happening and blah blah blah. So what is happening? You are assuming something not on the reality. Just because you saw a post, a video, a reel, you assume that this is what it is. But that is your assumption. A same photo, a same video can look very different to the other person who is seeing. So the law of assumption is always working. So whenever you are going for any interview, any call or asking for help, the law of assumption is already working. So rather than using it against you, that I'm not going to help, I'm not going to get some help, I'm not going to be selected, I'm not, this relationship will not work out, assume it in your favor, the reality that you want to create, you want to experience. Because the law of assumption is already working. You're already weaving a story, so weave it in such a way that everything is working out for you in your favor. So assume the reality and behave like that it is already done. Assume it, experience it, and then behave like that person, that it is going to work out. Yes. If you are going to try this next time, before you are calling it to someone, do let me know in the comments below that is it working or not. Test it. It is in your favor. It will be in your favor. Try it. And if anyone wants to connect with me for one-on-one session or anything, my WhatsApp number is mentioned in the DM, and you can connect with me only via the WhatsApp on that number, and my team will get in touch with you. Thank you so much.